welcome back, everyone. So we're ready to kick off stage 4. Just before we do start, let's go through some reminders and see also what activities do we have coming up in this last stage. So yeah, we're about to kick off this last stage. We're at about 25% from finishing this these 2 really long months of the league. We hope that you're enjoying them. I know that it's been a lot of work, but yeah, we're at the last stretch. And just as a reminder that it's still nothing is set in stone, because only the best 3 works count. So I think even after we announce the leaderboard in a week, everything can reshuffle as the final leaderboard appears. So how will these 2 weeks look like? So, well, we have the kickoff today, but then on Monday we're going to have a workshop by Basecone, which is Intelligent Document Entity Extraction for City Institutions. And then we're going to have a team video challenge, and I will let just Maggie in a second explain that. But it's going to be an ongoing activity throughout the 2 weeks. And then next Saturday, on the 22nd of May, we will have the World Data League show, where we will go through what was stage 3 and what were the main pains from the teams and so on. We'll talk to some jury and to some mentors. And then we will announce both leaderboards.
Okay.
So I will give now the word to Maggie to talk a bit about the activity for this stage.
Thank you, Leon. So I know you are very sad. This is the last activity for WDL, at least this edition. So we have a team video challenge. All the members of your team has to appear in a form of a video or a photo. The idea is to compile all your favorite moments of WDL backstage or during the live events from the competition, and creativity is the key here. So use your skills for sound effects, for Photoshop. If you want any media that you've seen online or in the newsletter, you can reach out to me and Tammy and we send it to you. And of course, the top 3 videos will be shared on social media, which means your team is going to be famous. So be creative, try your best to do like a really cool video so you can share what the key for the WDL is. And of course, as usual, like this information will be on Discord, so keep an eye for that. And now Leon is going to tell you the reminders of this stage.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Maggie. Yeah, just a couple of reminders. I mean, I think you already heard this many times. This is already the 4th time you're hearing this. But don't forget that you have always access to the mentors if you go to World Data League Mentoring. Even still, during the checkpoints, we've seen a lot of doubts and questions that could have been answered by the mentors. So definitely feel free. Then you can either contact them or you can just post your question directly, sort of like an ask me anything. And we've already seen some things happening, like other participants answering questions there. So I think that this is also a really cool way that you can guys help each other. Yeah, so you can always book slots with the mentors. You have this on the spreadsheet, which can be found on Discord. If you don't know where it is, just ask Maggie or Tammy. They will help you find it. Then besides the mentors, we just would like to add 2 new things. So there's a new submission template, which now includes an authors section, because if you remember, all of the solutions will be published as with an MIT open license. And this means that we also need to put who are the authors. For the previous works, we will add them manually and we will ask you to confirm. But for this upcoming stage, we would like you to get the new template and place the author names there. Another thing that was requested, it's more weather data from the past. So before you had only 1-year access, we requested this from Open Weather Maps, and they're now providing historical weather from the 1st of January 2018. But the only thing is that you need to use a new endpoint for the API to access it. And everything is posted on WDL announcements and also on the data spreadsheet. Okay, so just a couple of reminders in terms of tips and tricks. We've been already through them, so I'll just go real quick. But Yeah, the first thing is I don't always go for the easy challenge. We already have some cases where there were some people who went for challenges that were a bit harder, and there were not so many trying to solve them, and they did get some bonus points for it. Don't forget to work as a team and divide tasks amongst the team members, because 2 weeks is not that much it's not that much to solve the challenge. Remember also the social aspect. Think about the explainability and analyze also what is the impact of your solution. Don't forget to look what has been done before on the topic. There's a lot of great resources, either academical or not. Yeah, one more thing is don't try to tackle all of the challenges together. So if you need to choose a challenge, try to choose it right in the first couple of days of this week after we kick off, because what we've seen is that some teams are really trying to solve every challenge and trying to see if what's the limit that they can reach, but then it's almost impossible to do when we have 4 challenges. Then the other thing is that first try to create a basic solution. So just take the template and try to already fill it in from beginning until the end. And then you can improve on it as you go and as you have time. Have fun, meet new people. I mean, I think there've been already some cool connections, and especially thanks to Tammy and Maggie, they've organized some really awesome activities. But yeah, again, this is also an opportunity for networking, and don't submit your things last minute. This is a very important one. We've been a bit flexible with some 1 or 2 mistakes that are reported to us right after submission deadline. But if too long passes, or if there are too many of these requests, we won't be able to handle them, and this means that you won't have the maximum amount of points that you could get. So this is very, very important. So if we say that submission deadline is at 2 GMT plus 1, consider it as 1:30, and then you have 30 minutes to go and double check everything. If you do have access to the link of the video file, and you do have access to the link of the notebook after you submit, this is this exactly same thing that the jury will see, is the same thing that you will see when you click on it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Maybe I would like to leave one more tip that was given by one of the jury members during the WDL show. It's that when you're writing your report, try to sum up in the first paragraph what are your conclusions. So what did you do through the whole section? Just one paragraph, which will make it really much easier for the jury to interpret what you have in those notebooks. That's maybe one thing that's not in here, but I found it quite interesting. And yeah, with that being said, I think it's time to see what is the new stage, what the topic is going to be about. So Ricardo, please do roll the video.
Hey everyone, welcome back. So I guess there's no more mystery. Stage 4 is revealed. You all saw the topic of the 4th stage, which is also our last, and that will be environment. So now it's time to see in detail what challenges we have in store for you. The first challenge we have is attracting population to green spaces in metropolitan areas. So green public spaces are great spaces for playing, social interaction, creativity, getting out of the house, which is much appreciated at the moment. So how can socio-demographic, tourist attraction, and people's mobility influence the usage of these green spaces? These are the questions that we're trying to find out with this challenge. The outcome expected is a predictive model for the daily average demand on these green spaces and action points for improving the attractability of green spaces. And in terms of data, our main data sets are concerning the usage of these green spaces by residents, as well as tourist attractions, residents in the area, and others. And as always, usage of external data sets is highly encouraged. Challenge number 2, we have optimization of outdoor advertising. A little bit unexpected, this one. So as you know, cities are flooded by outdoor advertising panels on every corner of every road, often with very poor distribution. So it's expected that reducing the outdoor advertising will improve the visual aspect in cities. So what we're trying to produce with this challenge is a model that optimizes the number and location of these outdoor advertising posts in order to minimize the visual impact that they have in urban environments. In terms of data, we have the location of several outdoor advertising panels in Portugal, with as well the number of views and visibility. For challenge 3, we have strategies to reduce environmental and health impacts. There's unquestionably a rapid urbanization that has resulted in an increasing air pollution in major cities, particularly in developing countries. In big cities, like for example, Porto and Lisbon, there are critical hours when there is a significant concentration of vehicles in a certain position, and thus the air quality in that position deteriorates. So the outcome is a model that allows the redistribution of work periods in order to obtain a more equitable hourly distribution of these polluting gases. And the data that you will have at your disposal is the mobility data by parish. And you can also take advantage of the data from Open Weather Air Quality API that we made available for you. Challenge 4 and last one is predicting the air quality for outdoor activities. So since 2020, the county of Cascais in Portugal has been implementing an amount of air quality sensors throughout the city. So based on the data collected and its analysis, the city would like to have a tool that allows citizens to plan outdoor activities regarding the air quality. The outcome of this challenge should be a predictive model for the air quality on the city of Cascais, an explanation of the prediction of the air quality, and also suggestions for outdoor activities depending on that predicted air quality. And the data set that was provided was the air quality sensors readings and points of interest. A caveat about this challenge, and you will see once we open it, is that the topic entity, Cascais, has not yet sent the complete data set. So they've only sent data from 1 year. This means that the data set will be updated. And hopefully by Tuesday, it doesn't impact your work too much. However, you can already do a quick exploration on the data set provided at the moment. Okay, but this data set will be updated. I just realized I said for 1 year, but I'm actually incorrect. It's even a little bit less. It's only the last readings. So it's a really, really small data set, but we anticipate that it will get bigger with the days. So 4 challenges. This means you'll have a lot to choose once again. Before we go to the roundtable, let me just give you 2 reminders. First is our official social media. We are on Twitter and LinkedIn. If you want to make posts about us and show your love for WDL, which will make our communication manager very, very happy, you should use the hashtag World Data League, and this way it will be easier for us to find you. And secondly, about the roundtable, you pretty much know the drill already. You have to post your questions on AirMeet and upvote other people's questions if you want to see them asked live to the speakers. Just a hint, don't worry too much about the data and the challenges for now, because you will have 2 weeks to ask questions about that on Discord, and we're going to have staff and mentors dedicated to helping you with that. For now, try to focus more on learning about the problems, what social impact can be created from solving these problems, and also on learning more from people that have years and years of experience in this field. Remember that WDL is not only about fitting the best model, as we constantly say. or getting the best performance metric. We really want you to be able to go beyond that. And we're trying to find all-around data scientists. And that requires fully grasping the problem before importing any single Python library. So we will go to the roundtable session right after our sponsor videos. So don't move from your seats. See you in a bit.